Welcome, dear Thriver, to Thriver TV. Narcissists are masters at making you look like the problem. They bait you, then they switch, and they blame you in ways that really are very gaslighty, and it confuses you. My mission for you today is to help you get clear about what's going on so that you can pull out of it and take care of yourself. But before I do, I just want to remind that if you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll know about each new video that I release. Okay, so let's look at this inverted madness that the narcissist pulls, starting off with the trauma that the narcissist old switcheroony puts you through. Okay. Because it really is about adding insult to injury. Narcissists do dreadful things. They step all over your feelings, they violate your rights, they have no care for how this hurts you, and if you react because you've been demeaned, abused, or exploited, then they quickly turn the tables back on you. It's not just maddening and frustrating, it's actually heartbreaking and it's soul shattering. So let me give you a couple of examples. Let's say the narcissist accuses you of something horrible in nasty and controlling and abusive ways, such as the narcissist could proclaim that you're having an affair with a certain person, or you're talking behind their back horribly about them, or that you're conspiring against them with something you're doing. And yes, narcissists are paranoid, they're very unstable, and they're very insecure. And these are things that you wouldn't even dream of doing. You don't even think like that, let alone do it. And you say, ouch, to the narcissist because you're shocked that this person has no idea who you really are, and you're really stunned that they can even think that you're capable of behaving like that. In your world of normality, in your model of the world, after pointing that out to somebody, that you're not that person, there's no way you're doing that. A rational person would take responsibility and they would say, well, you're right, I'm imagining it's my own stuff. And they would be sorry that they even thought this about you. And they'd be really sorry that they hurt you with such an accusation. As a rational, kind human being, that's what you would do if you'd got triggered and thought something awful about somebody that they're not doing. You'd own up to it. But no, not the narcissist. The narcissist will double down harder. Not just on their accusation, but all the apparent reasons why you deserve their interrogation. They'll tell you things like, you were flirting with that person. Other people have relayed stories about your past and how you're not to be trusted. They could say, you spoke about this person in a way that proves you're conspiring and betraying me. And of course, the narcissist will say things like, I'm not the only person that thinks this about you. Other people have observed this as well. Now you feel like you've been double assaulted. You literally feel like you're going mad. Not only are you trying to defend yourself against the original accusation that was completely out of bounds, you now have a whole other pile of madness to try to work through as well. And what's really scary about all of this, because it happens often, is you start to doubt yourself. You may question yourself. And you think, hang on a minute, was I doing that? Maybe I am and I don't know I'm doing that. And then you start to adapt your behaviour. You can no longer just be yourself. And you might even get paranoid about your own behaviour and how you appear to other people as well as the narcissist. And the result is you start suffering not just the horrible trauma of having somebody that you love distrusting you and invalidating you and attacking you. You also start suffering the horrible shame and distrust within yourself. Okay, so another example. The narcissist keeps abandoning you. And I mean, they do it all the time because they're always invalidating you and telling you that your feelings don't matter and you've got it wrong. But let's say in this particular example, the narcissist goes missing in action. They've said that they're going to do something for you and they don't even turn up, or they're out of range, or their phone is switched off, and you are feeling incredibly needy, traumatized and triggered by this. You speak up when you make contact and you ask what is going on, and you tell the narcissist that this is really hurtful. Now, what the narcissist will do, despite their atrocious behavior, is accuse you of being controlling, paranoid. And they'll tell you this is the reason why they take off and they don't follow through. It's because you're pushing them away with your behavior. And of course, this can traumatize you to the point where you feel like you're panicked and you're even, emotionally losing the plot because things have become so painful and traumatizing for you. So here's the truth. The narcissist was doing whatever they wanted without the care, consideration, and teamwork that goes with responsible adult relationships as a base, foundational necessity. They weren't acting like a caring, responsible adult who's in relationship with another person, yet they've spun everything around to blame you for their bad behavior. And of course, you start doubting yourself all over again. When you start questioning yourself and what you're doing, and it differs from somebody else relaying this to you, somebody you cared about, and you'd look at their life and you go, hang on a minute, you're being abused. But when you start questioning yourself about stuff that you could normally really recognize as wrong, you're in deep water. You're in a toxic relationship. When a narcissist blames you over things that you weren't doing and they're accusing you of stuff, it's about them usually accusing you of exactly what they're doing. It's what sociopaths do. And they're also dumping their insecure, fractured inner being triggers all over you, and they're blaming you for them. And when you speak up about what the narcissist is doing that is abusive, uncaring and destructive to you and the relationship, the narcissist refuses to take responsibility for their bad behavior and still blames you for it. Is it any wonder with this behavior that you are feeling so confused and traumatized? So the truth is, you are the narcissist's scapegoat. So how do you get out of being the narcissist's scapegoat? Many of you have asked over the years, what do I do if the narcissist does insert the behavior? How do I stop the narcissist doing insert the behavior? I'm going to be really straight with you with tough love to help you snap out of these questions, because I promise you these are very powerless questions. You can't do anything to stop anybody doing anything. You can't. The narcissist is saying and doing these things because they're a narcissist. You can't change what they think, say or do any more than you can change a crocodile to make it roll over, let you scratch its tummy, or make it fetch a ball for you. A dog can be a loving companion. A crocodile can't. A narcissist has neither the desire, the resources, or the capacity to be a team member or a loving human being that even cares a scrap about your feelings, let alone you, your soul, your inner being, or your life, because you are a mere object, a tool to serve the narcissist, which means grant and hand them over energy, stuff, and resources to further the narcissist's life, totally at the expense of your own. And if you try to upset that agenda and the narcissistic narrative, I'm superior, above reproach, and I can do whatever I want, you are going to be blamed and tormented and punished. Please know this. The only real truth of your life is what is this. You've got no influence beyond you, beyond your skin, beyond your being, outside of your perimeter, out there. You have no influence there. The only true power any of us have, the only true influence is within your own perimeter of yourself. Regardless of what anybody else chooses to do or not. You actually have no control over that. So how do you take your power back and the truth that you decide to live? It has to be about stopping participating with people who can't and won't participate with you healthily, because they are toxic, poisonous, and incredibly damaging. And when you stop participating, it's essential to get very clear that you need to heal and grow yourself to know and align with your values and your truths about relationship, any relationship, whether it's a family member, a friend, a therapist, a love partner. Any real relationship in your life has to have these baseline foundations of honesty, kindness, care, and teamwork. Without those, you don't have a relationship. And what this means is, if you don't have a relationship, you have to let go, heal, recover, and take care of yourself from people who can't meet you at this essential level of relationship. This is about healing the codependent aspects of ourself. Those parts of ourselves that have been trying to make unavailable, abusive people grant us love, approval, security, and survival, so that we can become those things to ourselves, a generative force of this ourselves. Because that means that we get better, we leave alone unhealthy people, and we can make better, healthier, more empowered choices and have healthy boundaries to keep the bad out and the good in, and be able to navigate and generate more good, real, true relationships in our life. Now, I know that letting go is one of the hardest things to do, and it can seem so daunting, and it can even seem impossible to achieve when you feel totally broken down and destroyed by a narcissist, lining you up and blaming you for everything, and stripping you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially. But I want you to know, from my heart to yours, no matter how bad things are and how horrible it all feels, there is a way out of this. And I would love to show you how. So check out this link that I'm putting up now, because it's my 2-part masterclass. It's a completely free event, and it's called Recover, Heal, Thrive. The link's also in the show notes. And there I'm going to take you on the journey of how to take your soul, your spirit, your sanity, and your power back. and be able to create a life and love that really does work for you. So I hope this has helped you get clear about what's going on. And until the next one, keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving, because there is nothing else to do. Lots of love. Bye-bye.